Hi guys, 18dap here and welcome to the latest matchday preview on the channel. It is for this weekend's League 2 fixture. It's a big one towards the top end of the table. It is Doncaster Rovers versus Gillingham. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this very important match preview. Two teams fighting towards the top end of League 2 early on. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for sticking with the channel. I know it's been a bit of a stop-start to the season, and it continues with this because I'm missing this game on Saturday, so I've only seen 1 out of 3 home games, but more content is coming later on in the season. So if this video has brought you to the channel and you enjoy this sort of stuff, please consider clicking subscribe, and as I say, plenty more content coming your way. If you are new to the channel, this is a format that we go through match previews, look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a player from Doncaster Rovers to say a few words about, and I also choose the opponent's one to watch. But as I always say, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that should be in the conversation at that point, get them in the comments down below. I do like to learn about every club we face in League 2. And then we finish with 3 predictions: a predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, the predictions league table that me and the family do, and the all important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. And if you're a Rovers fan, as always it seems, look away now, because we've played each other 74 times. Rovers have only won 16 of those meetings, Gillingham winning 37, and we've shared the spoils on 21. But that's quite long history. More recent history, the more recent 5, we have traded blows with 2 wins each and a draw. So we go back to 2022, the 2021-22 season in League 1, and the home game was a 1-0 defeat for the Rovers. And then the 2022-23 season, we traded blows, as we have been doing, with a 1-0 win both at home. And then last season, Rovers edged it with a home win 2-1 and then a 2-2 draw on the final day of the season. So yeah, trading blows more recently, but historically Gillingham have the edge over Doncaster. So hopefully we can start to turn that pattern around tomorrow with a win. Moving on to current form, it doesn't really give that much of a clue to where this game's going to go tomorrow. Looking at Donny's last 5, a defeat, a win, a defeat, and then 2 wins on the bounce. Gillingham, on the other hand, a little inconsistent across all competitions, with a defeat, a win, a draw, a win, and a defeat. So yeah, no real patterns there to say one team's going to win and one isn't. So maybe it's going to be a draw tomorrow, we will see. But for Gillingham, great start this season. Early season pace setters sitting top with 10 points from 4 games. Only Notts County and Tranmere joined them in League 2 as unbeaten teams so far. Both of those have got two wins and 2 draws. So yeah, just below Doncaster in the table on 8 points, but yet to taste defeat like Gillingham. The success in the league for Gillingham, though, hasn't transferred into any of the cup games or cup competitions that they played in, with a round 1 exit in the Carabao Cup to Swansea earlier on in August, and then a midweek EFL trophy defeat at home to Peterborough. So yeah, maybe true focus is the league with Gillingham, and yeah, it's the bread and butter, isn't it? But for me, some really good recruitment for Gillingham this summer, and it's added to the squad that they had last year, and they'll be wanting to be up in the mix of automatics, certainly playoffs at a minimum, and they've started perfectly to be in and around that. We have seen teams drop off though in the past, but I can't see Gillingham being one of those teams. Very, very good squad, and started really well. On to Donny though, we come into this one in slightly better form across all competitions, having won 2 of our 3 cup games so far this season, with a 2-0 win against Salford, which set up the game at Goodison, what we got beat 3-0 in, and then midweek the 2-1 win over Huddersfield. So yeah, slightly better form coming into this. Looking back at last Saturday, it was looking like a routine win up to around 85 minutes and then yeah, last 3 minutes plus 8 added time, I think it was, the deficit was cut in half with some clumsy play from Tom Anderson at the back, giving away a penalty. It just opened the door for Port Vale to potentially get back into the game. Luckily we held on and brought the 3 points home with a 3-2 win in that one. And then, as I say, midweek I thought we were competitive against Huddersfield. We matched them, I thought we controlled it in large parts as well, and we edged the win with a late penalty put away by Ironside, and it's great to see him get off of the mark this season. Huddersfield had a couple of really good opportunities though, so it could have gone either way that game, but happy to get 3 points on the board in the EFL Trophy as well. As I've already mentioned, Gillingham yet to taste defeat. Could Donny be the team to inflict their first of the season? I believe we've not lost a league game since last February at home, so it is a tough place to come, the Eco Power. If any team's going to stop that run continuing, I'd say it would be Gillingham. So it's going to be a tough fixture tomorrow, and I'm gutted that I'm missing it. Moving on to player profile, so for this one I've gone with Jay McGrath, centre back, breaking into the team this year, 21 years old, and he's started to kind of stake a claim for a place in the first team due to injuries and a pretty jam-packed schedule at the minute. But for me, he looks solid on the ball, really comfortable to play out. He's confident in his own abilities for his age as well. He's a fantastic player. Really hoping to watch him progress at Doncaster and become a real kind of linchpin in that defence and a potential future captain. I think he has got all of the right attributes to be a superb player for Doncaster over the coming years. His physicality has impressed me, the way he reads the game, just everything about him, really impressed by Jay. He's not worried about putting a good old-fashioned physical challenge in as well, which sometimes gets us fans going just as much as a goal, and he seems to enjoy it as well. So it's great to see him breaking into the team. It's unfortunate on the back of Woody's injury, but when you've got players of this ability at this age, it's really exciting for the future. So he's got a job on tomorrow to keep Gillingham quiet, but I think he's got it in him to keep Gillingham quiet, hopefully. Moving on to the opponents one to watch. So as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that we should be talking about in this section, get them in the comments down below. I think there's a decent range of talent at Gillingham, and they've got goals from everywhere. There's nobody on 2 goals at the minute. I think there's about 8 or 9 players on 1, 4 or 5 players assisted. So yeah, goals are coming from everywhere. So it's not really one player as a standout, but there is one that does stand out, if that makes sense, and that is Bradley Dack. He's a bit of a Rolls Royce at this level, isn't he? If Gillingham get him fit, he could be a really important player for them this season. He's got bags and bags of experience at a higher level, 389 appearances, 100 goals, 67 assists, and yeah, he's one of those that is a player that excites fans and gets fans off of the seats. His injury record is what kind of concerns me for him, but if Gillingham can get him fit and firing, he will enjoy his time in League Two. So hopefully he's not as fit as he can be come tomorrow. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the squad or not, but if he is, he's got the quality to kind of produce something in a game and be a match winner. So for me, Bradley Dack is the one to watch for Gillingham tomorrow. On to the predicted team lineup. This is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Loads of features to get your teeth stuck into. I do it mainly for the predicted team lineup, and this is what I'm going with for tomorrow. Sharman Lowe in goal, with a back four of Sterry, McGrath, Olawu and Fleming. I think McGrath and Olawu are the perfect centre-back pairing at the minute. Pace, comfortable on the ball. Fleming looks great at left back. Sterry's a decent right back as well. Midfield, I've gone with Bailey, Westbrook and Clifton, with Molyneux on the right and Gibson on the left. Molyneux having a fantastic start to the season. He's building up a decent partnership with Billy Sharp, who I've put up front on his own. So I've not got an 11 out of 11 yet, I don't think, this season. That could be the first. We will see come 2 o'clock when it's announced tomorrow. Moving on to the Predictions League table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. Get it spot on, we get 3 points. Outcome the game right, but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get completely wrong, no points. Saturday, me and my dad went with draws. Obviously, my dad went with the Desmond 2-2. I went with 1-1. Chris and Max went with wins, but nobody went with the 3-2. So points have been added, but no change in the table. Max first on 5 points. Chris second on 3 points. Me in third on 2, and my dad yet to get off the mark. And that takes me on to the all-important score prediction, and I kind of alluded to it earlier in the video. It's going to be a tough game, 2 teams fighting at the top. We're unbeaten at home since February. I do think that's going to continue, but I don't think we're going to get the 3 points. I think Gillingham will be happy with the draw here, and I'm not too disappointed with a draw if this prediction comes true. I'm going with a tight 1-1 draw. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Obviously we want the 3 points, but I'll always predict with my head and not my heart, so 1-1 it is for this one. And that's where I'm going to leave it. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As I said, gutted I'm not going to be there tomorrow, but I'm playing a charity football tournament for work. But after that, I think all league home games are free in my calendar, so content is coming your way. And all that's left me to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.